Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the GM. It is your guy, Boulanger. And up next, we're going to be reacting to giving our takeaways from week one of the preseason Philadelphia Eagles versus the Baltimore Ravens. Do me a quick favor, hit like, subscribe, with the notification bell so that you get updates when we upload new content. Let's go. Congratulations to the Baltimore Ravens for keeping the preseason win streak alive. I think they moved it to 24 over the span of 7 years. It's not major, but it is a sign of consistency. And so, congratulations, man, to the Ravens and to us as fans. Now to the game itself. I have two major takeaways. One is a positional takeaway, the quarterback position specifically, and then the first takeaway I'll give, or the first take I'll give, is for the game as a whole. Okay. So for the game as a whole, I think the Baltimore Ravens came out asleep, especially defensively. It seemed like um, the Philadelphia Eagles could do whatever they wanted to do um, against the Baltimore Ravens in the first half, specifically, except for score a touchdown. Um, the Philadelphia Eagles, got what they wanted on the ground. They got what they wanted through the air. The Baltimore Ravens would force them into a third, they would convert. Force them into a third and long, they would convert. Marcus Mariota was able to scramble and pick up some nice yards, and then I can't remember the name. McKay or McKee is the guy who played behind Mariota yesterday, quarterback for the Philadelphia Eagles, and then he got out there and he was dealing and he was doing some things with the ball, and so it really was just for me a sign that the Baltimore Ravens were not ready in that first half. Maybe nerves were high because guys who played last night, a lot of them are trying to secure a roster spot. And so maybe nerves were high. Um, Maybe they didn't expect the Philadelphia Eagles to come out as geared up as they were. I'm not 100% sure. It just didn't look like we were ready in that first half, offensively or defensively. Um, Another thing I noticed is that the play calling offensively was real vanilla. Okay. Um, it was super, it was super basic, super generic, and that's normal. That's normal um, in the preseason. So, but I did notice that I do want to encourage the Baltimore Ravens, Todd Monken, to get rid of, eliminate it now. Eliminate uh, tight end screens. Isaiah Likely is too big and too talented, too big first, to be trying to catch a screen behind the line of scrimmage or at the line of scrimmage and try to make a cut on somebody. Allow that man to get downfield, beat the coverage, catch the ball, and then make a move. It was a tight end screen that he got hurt on, and it's just a stupid play. You know what I'm saying? He is shifty for his size. Okay, he can make a move with athleticism, but he doesn't have a wide receiver shiftiness. He's too high off the ground. He's too long. And so when you make a guy that big catch a pass at the line of scrimmage, a smaller corner is coming to hit him low. Let's just get rid of that. Let's eliminate that already. See, it's stupid play calls that get guys hurt unnecessarily. So just let's get rid of that. That's another thing that I saw. Another thing that I saw is put guys, and this is kind of a coaching thing. Put players in the positions they belong in. Specifically, Brandon Stevens. Brandon Stevens has shown in his rookie season that he is a safety. And from the time they tried to move Brandon Stevens out to corner, it has been an epic fail. Now, I'm not saying he has not made a few plays and batted some balls down, but he looks more like a fish out of water at that cornerback position. He is a safety. And I think you can slow a guy's development, even if he has multi talent, positionally, you slow a guy's development and progress if you keep playing him in an area that he is not meant to play. Okay, Brandon Stevens just continues to give up plays at the cornerback position, but I don't think it's his fault. I think it's the coaching. It's coaching at this point. Stop putting him out of position, which is, put him at the safety and leave him. I know that we're thin at the cornerback position, which is something else I noticed. We are thinner at positions than I thought we were, specifically cornerback and outside linebacker. Okay, David Ajabo played last night, but he definitely was amped up, and got out of position a couple of times, which caused the tackle to set the edge and the play to come off his edge that he gave up. Tavius Robinson did not have a good showing last night. Again, he performed well in practices, but he did not show well in this game. Both of those guys play outside linebacker position. I understand that Odafe was not there, but if Odafe is the only thing we have with some veteran experience, then we have a problem, and we've known that. I think that last night's game highlighted how important it is to have another veteran presence at that outside linebacker position. Stop playing Ravens and go ahead and sign Jadeveon Clowney. He's the best guy available. He's a guy you've had into the building. And last night says, you know what? Um, the guys we put on the field were not completely ready. Well, you need a veteran in that room, especially with Ty Spauser out. Okay. Cornerback. I know that the Ravens have had a couple of guys in, you know, working them out, having conversations. It's time to get somebody into that room, at least add a little more competition. We have a lot of injuries at that position. Arthur Mollette's down, Pepe Williams is down, JAD is down. And so you're left with guys like Seymour, who I've raved about. I spoke highly about Seymour. Saying he's gotten better, and even though he's gotten better, he's not a starter. He's a guy who can come in after the game is established and jump in and spell a guy for 2 or 3 plays and go back to the sideline, reset his mind, and go come back in relief again. He's not a full-time starter. That was clear last night when the backup wide receivers were giving him work last night. So that's my overall takeaway. The Baltimore Ravens seemed not to be ready in that first half, and it was evident by the yards the Philadelphia Eagles were putting up. um, and then the second big takeaway I have is um, a case for Tyler Huntley. I've seen the Baltimore Ravens play around with a guy's roster spot as if he hasn't proven himself enough to just secure that spot. And I think that is happening and has happened for Tyler Huntley. Tyler Huntley for 2 seasons, maybe he didn't come out and lead them to a lot of wins. Maybe he didn't come out and throw the ball all over the field. Okay, maybe he didn't. But Tyler Huntley has proven at this point that he is a viable backup. So stop playing with him. You see, even the idea that the Ravens would start Josh Johnson over Tyler Huntley is ridiculous. Stay with me. You see, you guys read articles and heard rumors that the Ravens might trade Tyler Huntley. Does Tyler Huntley really fit Todd Monken's system? And I think last night when Tyler Huntley stepped in the second half, he proved himself. He said, it's almost like he said, you know what, I can play in any offense. Because Tyler Huntley stepped in and doubled um, um, Josh Johnson's offensive production basically in one drive. Okay, which is really what put the Baltimore Ravens in front and kind of secured the win. You see, I don't know why the Ravens do that. I don't know why the Ravens play with a guy's roster spot. They did that when a guy has shown. I'm gonna talk about who they did it with. When a guy has shown, you know what, I may not be the starter, right? He's not Lamar Jackson. He doesn't have Lamar Jackson's full skill set, no, by no means. But he has proven himself to be able to step in and not screw it all the way up. I get it. He had the fumble last year in the playoffs. They gave up a 99-yard touchdown, but that was bad play calling. Bad play calling, bad coaching was a part of that as well. Okay. But as far as his improving his value at the backup spot, stop playing with Tyler Huntley. Stop trying to push Josh Johnson ahead of him. You see, because that's what that was about last night by starting Josh Johnson. Is to question if Tyler Huntley is the backup. There'll be no see why is Josh Johnson in his 15th year trying to overtake Tyler Huntley, who is younger, more athletic, and at this point more talented, who has been in this Ravens offense. Well, not this offense, but he's been a part of this Ravens offense, a part of this Ravens team, now going on, I think, his either third or fourth year. And so he's still trying to earn the backup spot. Are you kidding me? Now, do I think he deserved a Pro Bowl spot last year? No, but somebody did. And so I'm just saying, like, it doesn't make sense. You see, this is like what they did with Matt Judon. Matt Judon had shown what he was. He was a consistent pass rusher. Maybe he didn't tally a lot of sacks, but he was a consistent pass rusher for a number of years. They refused to pay him. And this is not even about a contract for Tyler Huntley. That's not even what I'm making it be about. I'm talking simply about a guy who's proven himself. They continue to make him prove his value to the team. So they kept playing with Matt Judon. He left and goes and becomes a Pro Bowler for another team. Okay, they did that with Zadarius Smith. Zadarius Smith had clearly shown he was a top-notch pass rusher, not a top 10, but a top-notch pass rusher. They kept playing with him, and then wouldn't pay him. He joined another team, and then they go several years later and try to bring him back. You see, there are several guys that they've done this with, and it's come back to bite them in the end. So stop playing with Tyler Huntley. That man has earned his roster spot. He don't have to be Lamar Jackson. But from what I could tell last night, he's improved his throwing, specifically his deep ball. He's improved his decision making. So just stop. He certainly surpassed Josh Johnson last night. The offense under Josh Johnson was slow, sluggish, lethargic, and it wasn't smooth. Huntley jumps in, takes the ball right down the field, scores a touchdown, and basically, with the exception of a field goal, put the game away. So just stop. So those are my takes, man. Um, um, Ravens were not ready, and Tyler Huntley has secured that backup spot. I'm your guy Boulanger, and I'm out.